Hello. Is my microphone? Hello. I think somebody's here. If you're here, say hi, just so I know. Because I've never done this before, but just wanted to come on and introduce myself and tell you all about my journey since turning 50, which I'm sure we've all gone through. Well, somebody dropped off. They said, I don't care what you went through since you turned 50. Well, hi, Raya. I don't know if you're 50. I'm going to assume you're 50, and that's why you stuck around or close to it. And for me, I'm trying to put my makeup on while I'm doing this. I figured that'd be a good idea. But the camera's backwards. For me, 50 was interesting because I got fired. It was the first time in my life getting fired. Who gets fired at 50 years old, right? Thank you. Oh, so you already follow me. I've never done this before on YouTube. Somebody told me to try it because I do it on Instagram. And I was like, all right, I'm going to try it today and just, hopefully get to know the people on here like I know them on Instagram, and figured I'd start with the idea that I got fired because who expects to get fired at 40, right? I mean, getting fired is traumatic, especially once you got a house, you got a car, you don't have insurance anymore. You just don't know what you're going to do. I had never even been on unemployment. I didn't even know how to do that. And it really was just like so unexpected. You know, I was the director of parking and transportation at the University of Penn. So I was making good money and, living a comfortable life being single. Luckily my daughter's 30, so she had already moved out, but it still was very scary. Luckily, which I think is the best part, I feel like they fired me out of a new boss wanting his own people. And so they like call me in for my one-on-one. When I walk in, there's a friend of mine who's in HR sitting across the conference table, and I'm kind of like, think of somebody on my staff is getting fired. Like, imagine that. I'm thinking somebody else is getting fired. And this new boss that I had had at this point for maybe a year he starts off with, well, we're going to have to let you go. And it's like, what? And he never says why. He just starts getting into, we're going to give you 4 months of, pay and your benefits. And I finally had to stop him and say, but why are you firing me? And he's like, yeah, we don't think you can handle the job anymore, which was ridiculous. Like there were no grounds. And he had literally just done my evaluation. I got fired in March. So I literally had my evaluation done in June, which was a good evaluation. And, I left that day. I wasn't in tears. I usually hold things like that into myself. I didn't tell my mom right away. I didn't tell my daughter. I didn't tell anyone. Like it had to sit with me. But I called the boss who hired me, who had retired. And the first thing he said was, you need to get an attorney because Penn does not offer money if you're in the wrong. They don't want anyone to sue them. So if they're offering money, then they know that they're wrong. And he was like, then you shouldn't accept 4 months. So basically, we went back and forth. I had 130 emails because when you work for them, You keep that crazy shit that they send you, making you think that you're wrong. And we went back and forth, and I negotiated a year, well, to the end of the year, my salary plus all of my benefits. So I had some time to figure out what I was going to do, look for a job. And I really didn't think at that point in my career that I wouldn't be able to be hired again. So, it was kind of like, oh, I'm about to go to Italy. I'm gonna get a new car. Like, kind of crazy. Your ass just got fired and you just went and bought a brand new car, traded mine in, and you took yourself to Italy. And I didn't go to Italy on a budget, because I didn't know this then. When you get fired, you get like all your vacation time and things like that. And I probably got like $11,000 just for my vacation time. So yeah, I lived it up. But right before I got fired, I had learned about content creation and specifically UGC, which is user generated content. And I had decided that me and my then assistant director were going to start this. And I bought us both cameras. And so when I got fired, it was like, oh, okay, well, we're going to work on being content creators. But I didn't really think I was going to end up here doing this. I thought I was going to do, so UGC is when you create content, let's say for a brand, it never goes on your page. They take it, pay you for it, and use it wherever they want. That's what I thought I was going to do, but I didn't know what I was doing. So I just started posting and people started listening to me. And, in my head, it's like, I don't know why, but I did 30 days worth of content in March, planning to go live April 1st of 2024. And I did. And this has become my full-time job since then. Like, I do this full-time and I make more than I did at University of Penn. Now, when I say that, I don't have health insurance. So, it's scary not to have health insurance in your 50s. I guess in your mind, you're thinking, well, I need to keep myself healthier. You just don't have those, you don't have vacation days. So you're always on here. You don't have a steady pay. I mean, you can get brand campaigns that pay you really, really big, nice money. But then you have to learn, hey, you need to kind of save this and not think, oh, I'm going out and buying a pocketbook, because next month you might not have those brand campaigns. So it's been very different having to plan my life that way. I mean, I have been blessed. And I don't like to worry. So I don't worry. And I just feel like I'm here because I'm supposed to be, and I just have to keep pushing and keep creating content. And sometimes it's lonely because you're not working in an office with people every day, which is why I'm on Instagram and my stories, because those have become my friends just to run my mouth. And some days you see what other people are doing or what other people are getting, and you can't help but feel like, why am I not there? Am I going to make it there? Is that going to happen? But it's just, it's part of the life. Trying to date at the same time in your 50s. Like, if you're married, stay married. Well, not he's an asshole, but in your 50s, trying to find a man that doesn't remind you of Lucius Lyons and got something going for them, because 9 times out of 10 they've already been married and someone gave them up for a reason, or they've never been married and that's for a reason too. So dating has been interesting, and I probably don't date much. I'd like to, but I know there's nobody in. Have you? Yeah, I mean, you have to just do it. You know what I mean? I didn't have a roadmap. I didn't know what I was doing. I mean, I got fired on March 6th or 4th or something like that. And that Saturday, me and Deb were in here creating content. And I really just studied other people. You know what I mean? I watched what other people do. not to copy them, but to understand. I found the ones that I liked or didn't follow. I found people who already had big followings to see, and I scrolled all the way back. Like I wanted to watch their progression. I had to watch, how do they talk to the camera? How are they holding a product? How are they zooming in? And I did take an editing class. So there's an Asian girl on Instagram, and she offers a editing class. And I took that before actually starting. And it really, really was helpful. I don't think I would have progressed as quickly if I hadn't taken that editing class, because I would have been trying to figure out how to edit. That put me ahead of the curve. And then I created content, and this is going to sound like a lot, but I did it every single day. And what I learned, and I've been talking about this with people on Instagram and my stories, is that almost like the algorithm rewards you for posting every day. And it doesn't matter if it's short, so long as you understand that it has to be interesting to someone. Because think about it. We think what we want to say is interesting. We can't help it. It's like there are times I post a video and I think it's the best video in the world. I can't help it. I'm watching it over and over again because it's mine. And it may not do good. And I'm like, well, why didn't anybody else like this? So you really have to think, like, why would I go to this person's page? What are they talking about? And how long are they talking about it to keep my interest? And you have to practice that. And you can't avoid talking to the camera. You can't avoid learning how to do voiceovers. You can't avoid doing products. And like you said, if you want to create content, I'll let you know. Number one, and this is something I've told people on my Instagram page all the time, and they just don't. Oh, she left. Well, I'm still here. I'm still here. Hi, person in the. I'm not talking because no. Oh, you're still there. So one of the things that I wanted people to understand is clothing brands do not pay money. Clothing brands don't pay money. So a lot of people do clothes. When I started off, I was doing clothes because clothes was the easiest thing for me. I wasn't even into makeup. I wasn't into skincare. I was into hair, but hair is a lot to have to show on camera. Like that's 3 times the amount of work as everything else. So clothes was something I knew. Clothing brands, and it's not easy, but clothing brands will give you free clothes. They're not going to pay you. And the reason is clothing styles change every season. So they don't have the budgets, and clothing brands don't always do well. They don't have the budgets to pour into paying 1,000 different content creators at different levels for this shorter period of time. And then those clothes go out of style because they aren't just showing their brand. They're trying to sell that season. And so a lot of people just want to keep showing clothes, keep showing clothes, keep showing clothes. And then they don't understand why they're not getting brand deals. And it's like, you have to pivot. So I had to pivot to beauty. And I still do clothes because I enjoy it, right? I still do clothes because I know people who watch me enjoy it. Clothes can also make you broke. So you're not making money because they're just giving it to you, but you're buying clothes just to be able to post. So it's not really a balance. So no matter what, you have to get into some kind of beauty, skincare, wellness, whether it's showing your vitamins, showing your workout routines, showing what you wash your face with, showing, what you spray on your face. Even if you don't wear makeup, like I said, I didn't wear makeup. I wear it now because I made the Sephora Squad. And I made the Sephora Squad. So I started in April of 2024. They selected the Sephora Squad in October of 2024, right? Why did I get selected? I got selected because, in my opinion, right? They tell you, but they probably say the same thing to everybody. But I got selected because I feel like my content was very well-rounded. I did some clothes. I did some makeup or skincare here or there. I brought my mom into it. So my page was entertaining and they saw how people engaged with my page and they wanted somebody like me on the squad, even though I was 55 years old. I don't know if you're still there because when it says 0, I'd be feeling like, well, now I'm talking to myself looking crazy. Oh, you are there. Okay, so I shouldn't look at this little counter. I think a lot of it has to do with the amount of engagement you give your community. For instance, I do not go to bed without replying to every single comment that I got that day and every single DM. It's a lot of work. Every single one. And there are companies out here. Oh, okay. Like it says 0 now. So now I just know you're here. There are companies out here who will comment for you, who've reached out to me. And I'm like, no, my followers know my tone. I kind of know who they are, the ones who comment a lot. And if all of a sudden someone was writing some like non-MJ sounding comments, they would know. So that's very important to me. I'm not aesthetically perfect, There are times when I question myself because there are content creators that I love who everything is perfect. And I'm like, I come on in my stories in the morning, I'll be looking crazy. Some of my reels I've not made up. I'm like, I'm not putting no makeup on. But I think that people appreciate that. Like I tell the things that are going on in my life. And it's easy because think about it. Even though I know you're here, I can't see you. I don't feel like I'm on a stage and there's 200 people looking at me. I'm in front of my phone. You know what I mean? So I'm just talking to an inanimate object, which should help you feel more confident when you're doing it. Now, I will say the most important thing, and I've told everyone this, I actually did a group last year with 5 women that we met up every week online on Zoom, and we did I did a content creation group. And the first thing I made them all do was they had to get their lighting and they had to get some sort of microphone. Like the most important thing. The algorithm will completely ignore you no matter where you are. Thank you. Hi. No matter where you are, if your quality isn't where it should be, right? Doesn't matter what you're talking about. I mean, there are days I'm just talking about my dog and my followers know who West is. They'd be like, why can't West get on the white couch? I'd be like, because West is a dog. So it's about keeping it real. It's about being able to not be afraid to be yourself. If you look at somebody like a Jackie Aina who has made a empire out of this, but she started off at a time when women were looking for that perfect person and they wanted to see her steam her sheets and fill her pretty jars in her drawer and and fill her refrigerator. We've kind of transitioned from that. And now we kind of just want to talk about real life. We want to talk about menopause. Because even though, you're only 41, if you aren't already experiencing perimenopause stuff, you will be in the next 2 or 3 years. And you kind of want to be able to know that someone isn't afraid to talk about that and to kind of open your eyes to it. So there really is just a part of it where it's authenticity. There is, Perry is here. It's crazy. And when I was 41, I didn't even know perimenopause existed. The only word we ever heard was menopause. And we knew that menopause meant, oh, that's after the 12 months that you don't have a period. There was no talk of perimenopause 10 years ago. But all the things that I know about perimenopause now, I'm like, oh, that's what was wrong with me. So those are just good things to be able to hear. So when you're thinking about your content, if you want to become a content creator, if you want to jump into it, you have to find people whose pages you like, see what their style is so that you can feel comfortable finding a style. And then you just have to go for it. And you have to think about what are things that other women in their 40s want to hear or know about. Oh, you. I love that. Because getting fired for me was the reason I did it. Would I have done this had I not got fired? Maybe not. Maybe I would have tried it and given it up because it didn't come fast enough. And I already had this big paycheck. And so I didn't care about it. So luckily, I feel like God said, I don't want you at this job anymore because it's sucking you dry and you're putting so much into it and you're not putting enough into something I know you could be better at. So you're not trying to do other things because you're comfortable. Some just make you uncomfortable, right? And then I had to do it. But for someone like you who wants to get into it and you're saying, you want to, you have to get past that. I want to get into it. And you just have to do it because there's so much money in it. It's only 3 of us in here. So I don't mind telling y'all, I made $200,000 last year doing this. I had only been doing this for a year and a half. $200,000. I made $140,000 at the University of Penn. Now, mind you, like I said, I don't have health insurance. And when I do go to the doctor, I pay $200, but it's $200. Some months it's like, am I going to get a brand campaign? Let me save this money. But no matter what, at the end of the day, I made $200,000. So you saying I want to get into it, but you for a long time, because I'm reading it for a long time, you got to do it. And what I will say is when I went into it, and I can go now. In fact, the other day I posted a video about me in wedding dresses. Ooh, there's a gnat in my house. I posted it the other day. I posted it on all platforms, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. That was something I recorded in 2024. That was one of the posts that I made before I was even making money. But my quality was so good then that no one can even tell that was not created on my iPhone 17 and it was actually created on my iPhone 15 2 years ago, right? So that's why the quality of your content is important because brands look at that. If you're trying to get into this and to make money and you want brands to pay you attention, they have to see that they're not going to have to teach you certain things. You may have to learn about a brief. Like right now, I'm doing a brand campaign for Secret deodorant. When I tell you they are on and I hope no one gets offended by me cursing, my fucking nerves. I got this brand campaign in the beginning of May. We are now almost in the middle of June and I'm still not done. It usually takes a week after I've recorded, edited it, sent it in. They may have 1 or 2 edits, send it back and it's ready to post. They have sent it back for so many stupid things that it has driven me crazy. But guess why I'm still doing it and haven't said, you know what, I'm not doing this. Because they're paying me $14,000 for a 30-second reel about deodorant. Right? So you're leaving money on the table if in your mind you know you've wanted to start this, but you haven't. Now, I will say, depending on the kind of content you want to do, you have to take into consideration, are you going to start on YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook or TikTok? I started on Instagram. That was easiest for me. I kind of hate TikTok. I never know what I'm doing on TikTok. I get on TikTok and I'm just lost. I still post everything over there and I do have like 12,000 followers. I don't know how they found me. I don't know where they came from. I'm just like, glad you're here. But it's easy to do, but you have to be willing to listen to someone. Even when I was doing the group, like I said, I have 4 women. I had Courtney, Ashley, Jocelyn, and her. I can't think of her name. So I had 4 women. Now I made 5. And every week I would give them one of my brand campaign briefs. So your brand campaign, if you get it, like Secret gave me a brief. And it said it's for this product called She Runs Hot. So it's a deodorant that's like a medical deodorant that you put on at night. It stops you from sweating and overheating. It works overnight. And they said, there are these 3 things that we want to make sure you address. And the product has to be facing forward. It has to be clear. They want you to wear colors blue to signify Secret deodorant, things like that. you can't do something different, or else they will come back with 60,000 different edits, and you'll be like me, screaming, ready to pull your hair out. So when I had that group, the thing that was disappointing was, and I won't say disappointing, but made it hard was I would explain that to them. They would look at my brand campaign, and they would do something completely different. And I would say, but you do realize that you would not get a brand campaign, or they would drop you if they realized that they had to critique that much of what you sent after you already had a brief. And they're like, well, I don't want to be like everyone else. I'm like, but there is a part of content creation that is like being like everyone else. I don't have to sound like them. I don't have to look like them. We don't have to talk about the same things. But when you are doing brand campaigns for a brand, they are telling you what they want their content to look like. And there are times that, you want to argue with them because you're like, but my followers are not going to notice that the word hashtag ad was in light blue instead of medium blue. They don't even realize that's sitting there. They don't care. You know what I mean? They still want that there. So it's just so much money on the table. And I get it. It is overwhelming at times, but it's worth it. And you're 40. I don't know if you have kids. If I was 40, oh my God, I would be making so much money because I would have my kid in it. I would be going shopping to cook for my family. And oh, we went on a vacation together. I can't do that because it's just me, but I would be, when you see those content create like, oh, the makeup I put on when I'm running to take my kids to soccer practice is all I listen. 40, if you're in your 30s or 40s and you want to get into content creation, it is your time. At 50, we are fighting for these brands to notice us. You know what I mean? These brands are like, y'all old bitches, we might give y'all something. At your age, you just have to, step off that ledge and just go for it. And you want to enjoy it. So you have to still do the kind of content you like. So if we said clothing is what you like, doesn't mean you don't do it. You just learn how to have a balance. And the content you don't like my followers don't like my makeup and skincare content as much as my clothes. I don't care because I go on my stories and I let them know. I don't care if you don't like it. Y'all better comment on it. And they do it because they know my story. They know why I'm here. They know I need those comments. And now here I am trying YouTube. There's money on the table. People keep talking about it. It's a lot of work. I'm doing a live just to get comfortable with the idea of YouTube because it scares me. Because I've only done shorts. I haven't done long form. And it's like, what the hell do you go on there and talk about? Like, who wants to just hear some long ass story about your makeup in your day? But I found this girl on YouTube who talks about her baby dad and her son and how the baby's father isn't doing this and doing that. And I found myself watching it. It was like, oh, it's like TV. You just have to find something interesting to talk about. I really hope you do it. I mean, you can always jump in I don't know if you have inboxes on YouTube, but like I said, I'm on Instagram too. I am an open book. People always know that they can reach out to me with questions if I can help them with anything. The women that I had the group with, I still talk to them. We still have each other's phone numbers. If I see their content, you love long form content. So I guess that's the thing. People who are on YouTube love long form content, and people who are on Instagram don't. And I think that's why everybody on my Instagram page keeps telling me, oh, you'd be great on YouTube, because they probably because you like to talk a lot. You gotta do it. It's money in it. Right now, the least I would take for a brand campaign is $5,000. That's the least. And the most I've made so far for one has been $20,000. And I've gotten several of those. And I have people who I know who have made as much as $70,000 for one. Do you? Oh, now you're motivating me. But what do you watch? Like, what kind of content do you like when you're watching long form? Long form content as well. I listen to it as I'm wrapping up my day. You know what's interesting that you say about that? When I'm on Instagram, I talk in my stories when I'm walking my dog. I know that if I opened up somebody's stories and saw 16 bubbles, I'd be like, oh, let me get out of here. If I don't go on, they're DMing me like, where are you at? Like, are you okay? You don't have West today? That's the dog. So, that's what they say. It's like when they're working, they have their headphones in, they ask me to put captions on it. So that makes sense. But what kind of content do the both of you watch? Like, what do you enjoy when you're watching long form content? Just so I have an idea, because I'm totally unsure of what I should do long form. Like, I just don't know. I made videos on another platform after doing it for a year and not really getting much of a. No, you got to get back into it. I want to say that. So let me give you another tip. I enjoy self-improvement content. Okay, that's good to know. What I would say about getting a following, so it's a couple things. A lot of people worry about followings. One of the girls that I did a content creation group with, where I like mentor, I called it Content Creation Besties. Um, Ashley was really good, is really good. Ashley has like 7,500 followers. It really frustrates her that she can't get to 10,000. But Ashley gets brand deals. Her brand deals don't look like mine, but Ashley will get a $2,000 brand deal here and there. She has like an ongoing one with Fabletics, and she loves their clothes. She gets that. She does something with Rent the Runway. She's gotten one with Dove. So do you need at least 2,000 followers? Probably. But brands are much more interested in your engagement than your followers and your views, because they know people can buy them. Anybody can buy a follower and a view, but that follower that you bought can't comment, and they can't save or share anything. So that's number one. The second thing is, when I first started, the first thing I did was I created a new page. I didn't want to use the page that I already had, that everyone in Philadelphia knew me from, because I didn't want them to be judging me like, oh, MJ's on here at 50 years old trying to be a content creator. Ha ha ha. I wanted to curse people out. So I made a separate page so that I felt like nobody knew, but except for the people that I wanted. And I let all my friends know. I'm going to text y'all when I post. I'm going to text new reel. And that means you need to go on comment, save, share. Comment, save, and share. And if I sent that text in the morning and one of them didn't, this would be me. Did you see that I posted? They'd be like, I was in the bathroom. Well, why didn't you take your phone in the bathroom with you? Because I post every day somewhere between 8. Like, that was important, because the algorithm is paying attention to your first 30 minutes. I'm not good at comedy and true crime. Okay, I get it. I mean, and I can see how that type of content. Here's something funny. I can see how that kind of content is interesting. I'm actually getting ready to start a podcast with a guy friend of mine. We're both Scorpios. It's going to be called, what is it going to be called? I forgot the name. But we're going to shoot our first episode next week, and we're going to give it a full 4 months of trying it. So I'll make sure y'all know what it is. But getting followers has to do with a lot of things, and you can't be afraid to do it. If you post something that you know is good, when you're small, the algorithm doesn't really know you. It's not picking you up immediately. That's when you have to boost your content. I'm not afraid to boost. I will never deny that if I know this is good and this will get out there, I will boost it for $6 for one day, $8 for one day. Do I do that now? No, not as much. I do it sometimes. I just don't do it as much as I used to. But I definitely did it when I started. And that helped me build my following because now I wasn't waiting for the algorithm to throw me out there because they wanted to. I was forcing it because look, I just paid y'all $6. But if it's good, then the people they're throwing it out to are people that look like and like the things that you're posting or that your followers like. And then when those people come back, if you have interesting stuff on your page that they'll like, then they're going to follow you, right? So is it kind of a game? It's a little bit of a game, but like I said, it can become your life. I never thought I'd be doing this. Like I thought I was going to retire from the University of Penn. Very comfortable. You know, would I go back to a regular job? Hey, would I go back to a regular job? I mean, there are definitely moments where I feel like I have enough time in my day where I could do something part time, but I would never give this up. I would never give it up. And I know that I'm not the norm. I know everybody doesn't just make it and cross over like that, but I feel like everybody could. But you got to know that you're using lighting, you're planning your content, you're paying attention to trends, and you're interesting. I guess that's a good way to say it. And you know what your pillars are. When I say pillars, I don't think you were on here when me and Rhea first started. We want to go on the very easy is to do clothes. Clothes is never going to pay you. I got a bunch of free clothes. I don't even want them anymore. I would give them away. I'd be like, I don't even want this stuff. Clothing brands don't pay you. So you'll never make money if your goal is clothes unless you're doing affiliate marketing, and that's hard. I'm not even interested in affiliate marketing. I could sell something, let's say, in fact, I have a perfect example. A couple years ago, I bought these Jessica Simpson jeans from Walmart that were a dupe for an anthropology pair of jeans that I also had. They were like $49. I lied to you not. 600 people bought these jeans. How much do you think I made? 600 people bought it. And remember, affiliate marketing means I get some percentage of every single share. I made $49. Like, I have no interest in doing that. The amount of clothes or whatever it is that you're trying to do, whether it's on Amazon, whether it's on LTK, or whether it's the Walmart platform or whichever, Macy's is different. I will say that Macy's does pay differently. You can make money on Macy's even without selling a lot, but you do still have to sell. That's a lot more work. And when you think about everything that I'm saying to you and you're like, oh, this just sounds like a lot, and I have a regular job, and I have a woman, she's on the Ulta Collective. Joe and I are about the same age. She's a white woman. Joe is she's something in IT, like serious full-time job where she's traveling probably every other day for work, if not every day, like literally getting on a plane, spending the night, going to this headquarters, whatever she has to do. She does something analytical and then packing up the next day, sometimes for a week. And Joe creates content every single day. Even if her content is just showing us in the morning what she's putting on, what skincare she used, brands love stuff like that. What's her favorite lipstick? Every single day. And she's been on the Ulta Collective now 2 years in a row. So it's definitely doable. I boost some of my videos on Facebook and Instagram, but it would be just get a bunch of random comments from, yeah, the guy thing is hard. So if you would get comments from guys, so let me give you another tip about boosting. So I created my own category to boost. So when I boost on Instagram, or is that on TikTok? That might be on TikTok, not on Instagram. There's somewhere on Instagram where you boost that you can, I don't know about on Facebook, because brands really don't pick you up from Facebook. And the Facebook monetization program now is crap. The Facebook monetization. Oh, well, let me ask you this. Did you have a business page or did you have a regular page? I'm assuming you had a business page, right? Um, I want to say that there is a place on Instagram where you can kind of choose the group of people that it's going to be sent to, like what the age group is, what their interests are, um, what part of the world they're in, things like that. And you can kind of exclude men because I don't, surprise. I was surprised. I don't get many men. Instagram, my analytics are probably about 90% women. Thank God. Because brands, it's the other thing. Brands look at stuff like that. Brands will ask you because they want majority United States. You have to be over 60% in the United States for your content. They want to see if you're doing female products, that the majority of your followers are female. And listen, if you are on Instagram and you decide to show back up and you want to give it another try, tag me and let me know. I post people in my stories all the time. I let my followers know, like, hey, this is someone I follow. We need to give them some love. I want everybody to win, right? Getting fired was the hardest thing for me to go through, and it ended up being a blessing. So knowing that I could start over in my 50s and still be doing this comfortably, then I look at it like people who want to start, even if you're not saying I want to quit my job, but you're saying, but I want to redo my kitchen. I want to move into a new condo. I want to go on a vacation and hit Greece, Italy, and Egypt all in 1 year. That this is the money that you can make to be able to do it. But you do have to watch the people who are successful, and you kind of just learn your cadence to be able to do the same thing. And you can't be scared. Like I was saying earlier, and I don't think you were on here talking to you guys now. I don't know none of y'all like know you. You're not sitting here. I can talk comfortably because what do I see when I look in the camera? I see myself. So there's no fear. Like the biggest fear is, well, ding dong, you on here talking to yourself, right? You just got to do it. It's definitely worth it. I mean, my mom has Parkinson's. If you watch my content, you know that. Um, it definitely makes life easier to be able to deal with that part of my life, not having a job. Um, yeah, I hope you all, both of you, give it a try and realize that you can definitely make a living or supplement your living with it. I enjoy it. I do think that's important. You do have to enjoy it. I mentioned her earlier. Deb was my assistant director when I was at Penn. We're very, very good friends. And she would like to do it. Oh, because the other thing, Shell, is you could do, yeah, I actually have did I post it today? I think I posted something with her today, and I have like 3 or 4 more to post. She's mad at me right now. But Deb wants to do UGC, and UGC is probably the quickest way to make money. That's what I did the first year I started. I was doing user generated content, which does not go on your page. So you aren't worried about, like you said, followers. And when she used to despise you, I know. She, oh, are you? Oh. Yeah, I want to say that's the hardest part. And we went through a lot this week. Her neighbor called me to let me know that the fire department was at her house. She wasn't going to tell me. Apparently, she fell asleep and she left something in the oven and woke up to black smoke all through the house. And the fire department had to come in and open all the windows. And she got more angry that the neighbor told me than knowing that wasn't good. In fact, her answer to me was, well, the fire department needs to stay in business, so they need fire sometimes. Like, I tell you, it's those moments that I just get lost and I don't know what to do. I'm really at a point where I don't know what to do right now. I just left her today, and she just can be sometimes now she's very slow to talk because that's part of Parkinson's. Even her videos, when you guys do see her, I speed them up. So people think like, oh, she's okay. Like she sounds great. I've sped them up and cut out all of the pauses in between because she'll be like, well, I know. And then it's literally her brain thinking, but it might take her 2 minutes to spit something out. And it's like, all right, mom, you got to keep talking. So that's why she doesn't do them anymore. It's very hard for her. And every once in a while, the ones that we just did for clothes, so we do have 4. It was a huge surprise to me. She called me at 9 o'clock in the morning and was like, I'm coming over, I'm dressed, my hair is done. I'm going to do videos today. And it was like, what? I wasn't ready. I didn't have clothes together. When I tell you, I ran upstairs, did something quick to my hair, threw some makeup on, found some things because it was like, I can't believe this. But yeah, it's getting hard. And I talk to her often about us moving together. No, not us moving together. Us moving in a condo or apartments where we're in the same building. I don't even necessarily want to be right next door to her. I want to be like, I'm on the 17th floor and she's on the 14th floor. Because if I'm right next to her, it'll be like, I need you to come over and do something. And I can't say I'm not home because she can hear me or look out the window and be able to see my car. But I just feel like she doesn't need the steps anymore. That stove is an issue. She's still driving. She really should not be. Um, she got into a small car accident about 3 weeks ago where she decided to make a U-turn, which was crazy. The block she tried to do it on, and backing up, she backed into a parked car. I was really hoping that the police were going to report it because she's 77. She shakes. In fact, she told me that the woman whose car she hit was like, oh my God, she's shaking. Is she okay? And so I'm hoping that the police department reported it so that it wouldn't be me trying to take her license away. It would be the PennDOT required a letter from a doctor to say that she can continue to drive, and then it would be on the doc, and they didn't. I'm like, how? How? So I'm still dealing with that. We had a conversation yesterday, and we're getting closer to her at least being okay with possibly a home health aide, but like we need to interview the person because she got all kinds of like criteria and they can't be. So it's a lot. And, you guys don't know this. I had a brother. I was 12 years older than him, and he died 13 years ago from a brain tumor. So it's just me. And it's a lot. So I hope you guys have siblings. And if you do, be good to them because having to deal with I say to my daughter all the time, my daughter's 31. I literally just said to her yesterday, I hope you're paying attention to me and grandma. I hope you're ready to get that age because she just does her own thing. And she was like, oh, well, we need to find, what'd she say? We need to find somebody now who's going to take care of you. Like, girl, it's going to be you. So yeah, I just wanted to pop one here today. Just like you say, you want to start content creation or you want to go back to it. I had to do this for myself to push myself on YouTube and not just do shorts. And now that I know people on YouTube really do look for long form content, I'm really going to put effort into it. It's still scary to me. This is much different than Instagram. And I'm just comfortable over there because I know everyone and we talk. I just have to get used to it here. But like I told you, you just got to start, at some point or pick it back up. And if you start and you have questions, hit me up. If you're not sure about something, have you thought about vlogging more? Um, I have, vlogging is a lot of work. I didn't think it was. Any of my other videos, I don't care if it's hair, clothes, makeup, I can record it, edit it, and post it all in the same day. The vlogging, because you have to be very intentional about the shots that you're getting throughout the day. So it's not just going out and just being like this all day. You have to think about how is that going to fit into this vlog? And what am I doing to make it interesting? And it doesn't necessarily get you brand deals. It's just more content for your followers to enjoy. I'm an only child. Oh, wait. What is that? Car fit to make sure she's more prepared with her. So but let me say this. I do enjoy it. Like when I do it, if I did go away or if I did something for the day, I enjoy it. It's just remembering to pull it out in those moments, and so sometimes you want to live in the moment. And if you're constantly like this, you kind of lose that ability. Um, you know, and you gotta have somewhere to go. The one thing about content creation, like you guys, if you're doing this, already have a job, but it's like working from home. I knew I never wanted to work from home because I talk too much and I knew I would be bored. And I liked getting dressed every day and going to the office and keying with my team. I think I still miss that, but I have found it in my community on Instagram. So I'm talking to them all day and they're talking back, which is why I say I'm replying. I probably get like 65 to 70 DMs every single day. I reply to every single person and they might turn into long conversations. Until my girlfriends get off of work, that's who I'm talking to. So that's the hard part. Can't see how you can't or you can see how it can get old. Um, you have to have somewhere to go. Like there are days I have so many clothes that I have bought in the last 2 years, thinking, oh, I'm going to have so much to do and so many places to go. I need all these clothes, child. I do not be having that many places to go and that many things to do. And them clothes are still sitting right there. And I'll be sitting there adding it up like, well, that costs that much, that costs that much, that cost. And I wore none of it. So you have to have an interesting life to vlog. I can say my life is not that interesting to vlog. So I do it when I have somewhere to go. Like tomorrow, I have somewhere to go. I didn't think about it, but because it's only one thing and it's quick, but I'll probably do a little bit of it. Next week, I have a lot more to do. So when I really do have something to do, or if I go on vacation, I do, or even, do something around here. But you kind of have to have an interesting, like, I like watching vlogging too. I do. And Philadelphia is boring. And maybe it's not. Maybe I just don't like Philadelphia anymore and I don't do things that I can. And I probably need to. Oh, so it's funny you say that. So I do like those too. And every single day I say I'm going to do one. And I've done a few. Those are a lot of work. You want to know why? Because you are constantly, where's mine? It's back there in the kitchen. Oh, it's right there. That pole is my tripod. You're constantly thinking, oh, I'm about to brush my teeth. Let me bring my thing in the bathroom with me. I'm about to make my bed. Let me go take it with me in here and let me make my bed. Oh, I'm about to get dressed. Let me bring it into the closet while I look for clothes. Oh, somebody came. That's a lot of work. It's not a lot of work to edit it, but it's a lot of work when you're thinking everything I'm doing today, I need to. It's almost like you wish you just had video cameras installed in your house, like surveillance, and you could just take the footage from it every day that can show what you did. But I keep saying I want to do one of those once a week just to show different things, and I have not. So you have just encouraged me. I'm gonna try to do it twice a month. I'm gonna try and do it twice a month because at least twice a month I might do something different. One day when I have my dog, because then that becomes a whole damn different day. And one day when he's with my daughter. Vlog must be hard. I see when people wake up and leave the house and they have to set up their camera. Yes, it's Look, even listen, even for brand campaigns, this one that I'm doing for Secret, and when I tell you I'm so fucking over it, I had to do one scene I had to do one scene here, one scene in the freezer. Then I do another scene upstairs talking at my dresser. I do another scene talking in the window. Then I do another scene in my closet. Then I do another scene down here in my living room. Then I do another scene on my porch. Then I do another scene walking on the sidewalk. Then I do another scene getting in my car. Right. And so each one of those, not only do I record it, I record it 3-4 times to make sure I got the right shot. Because remember, you're recording by yourself, you're shooting with the back of your camera. So you got to make sure, was I in focus? Was I making a weird face? Did some way that I was holding my arm leave this little piece of fat out that I don't want to be in the video? It's all of that. So vlogging is a lot of work, but I think people who do it regularly, like a person that does it every day or every couple days, it's because they have figured out their system, and so they know how to do it. And I haven't gotten there yet. I wake up every morning, I'm like, oh, I'm going to do one. Then I go and I look at myself and it's like, yeah, I don't feel like doing that. Reorganize my closet and bedroom. Yeah, we're not even going to talk about closets. I'm good, but you have motivated me. I am going to try it. You have motivated me. Like, no one has ever said that to me. I always say to my followers on Instagram, I'll be like, what kind of content do you want to see? They'll never answer that question. I'll be like, don't never answer that. Whatever you post, but you want to be motivated to do something based on what people are telling you that they'd like to see. So. Yeah, but vlogging is a lot. Just the whole wake up thing, and you look at your hair on top of your head. Like, if you think about it, some people who vlog, even when they start, they already like brush their teeth and their hair is neat. Child, I'm not doing that. If I'm vlogging, it's the moment I get up. Even though I got to start that camera, my hair is going to be like this, sitting on top of my head from me waking up, and I'm going to look like I just woke up. So I'm going to try it. So let's see, I'm going to give myself a goal by next week. What's today? Wednesday. I will have a vlog posted on. Now, you're not talking about an all day one, are you? You're talking about like a short. You're not talking about like an hour long one or 30 minutes, are you? Because I can't imagine that. You got to give me some feedback on that, because an hour-long vlog of me in my house, like, what am I doing? Oh, even 10 minutes. Y'all gonna be this? What y'all gonna be like? Is she really watching Bonanza? And what's the other show I watch? Y'all probably don't even know what these shows are. I'm sitting here. Wait, you said start small. So wait, you're telling me that you've seen people vlog on YouTube for long periods of time? Because if you did, tell me one so I could, wow, so I can follow it just to see what that looks like. Because what do I put in on YouTube? Like vloggers? I don't know what that would look like that long. But now you got me intrigued. Like, is this something I really can do? Do y'all know anyone that you follow that already does this? I'm about to have a hot flash. I feel it coming on. Whew, child. 10 minutes vlogging? Like, what the heck? What am I doing for 10 minutes? Okay, let me link some creators. I'll appreciate it because I've never seen that. I will say my YouTube algorithm stinks. When I go on my YouTube algorithm, I don't know who the people are. I guess I don't search for enough things to figure out what it is I actually want to see. Because I got this woman who tells all the stories about the starlets, like Marilyn Monroe and their troubled pasts, and her thumbnails will be like Lisa Bonet, the demon child of, and it'd be like, and here's me watching it. I get ready with me vlog, make up hair and outfit. Yeah, but who do you watch that does them? I don't mind doing it. I mean, I actually have some done already. I just haven't edited them because I wasn't. I'm excited. I'm glad I did this because even if it's just been the two of us the whole time, the whole time. I feel like I learned something that I'm going to do. Okay, wait, let me write this down. Everyday life and style. Okay. Is this a black woman? Just wondering. Doesn't have to be. Everyday life and style. I told y'all because I'm going to watch because you got to learn. Yeah, because I wasn't trying to see just some white woman in Texas. Probably his husband is MAGA or some shit. Telling me how her kids got all straight A's and they go to Costco's to pick up 100 pounds of bananas. Wasn't going to enjoy that. All right, I'm gonna start it. You have inspired me for my YouTube channel. Whew. Now I'm going to do some blogging. Oh, you gave me a couple of the shorter versions. Lee, okay. That don't sound like a black name. Is she black too? And Lee, oh, well, her first name does. Gil Christ. All right. I like uninteresting. You like, oh, so interesting content would be what people are doing around their house and being busy doing. It's not interesting, but it's interesting, right? You relaxing on your pet. Really? That's so interesting to me. You wanted, wait, so Jess, you're saying Aaliyah's face is someone? So I learned, maybe it was in 2024, that there's this white guy. I don't know if he still does it. And I want to say he was like in his late 20s, early 30s. I don't know. I might have just made that part up. But it was a white guy. Oh, let me put that down too. And he just vlogged his whole day, driving, going to the post office, stopping in the store, blah, 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 blah. And he was like making millions of dollars. And I'm like, who's just watching him? Aaliyah's face. Okay. Look at y'all teaching me. I'll get some YouTube sponsorship. Tons of brand deals. Okay. All right. And she does vlogging. That's me though. I stay on YouTube. Not really interested in other platforms. Okay. Does it? See, TikTok gives me anxiety. I go on TikTok. I'm like, I don't know where I am, what I'm doing. But YouTube, okay, I got to get more into it. And I like this idea of vlogging. I do. Yeah, TikTok is a lot. I go over there and I'm just lost. I have no idea what I'm doing. I get all these people telling you, I'm telling you what to do, follow this. And it'd be like, child, you are hollering at me and why? So, all right, I'm excited. Well, I'm going to try once a week to do a live. I'll make it more uninterestingly interesting. And I am going to do a vlog for next week. I scare myself saying that. Ooh, tomorrow's a good day because I got somewhere to go and I got stuff to do. So I'll do it for the whole. Ooh, I'm so excited now. Okay, this was fun. I'm excited. Look, this is the moment I'm about to get some wine, and Raya, you're basically like, well, get it and come and just sit with us. Okay, you don't have to do too many. Child, you don't have to say that part again because doing them takes for Instagram, it's a lot. If y'all saw my B-roll and saw how I edit down videos that are like an hour long into a minute because that's how much I talk. I'm so excited. I am so excited. This was fun. Okay, so it was only 5 of us. And if we all sign up again, I'm just going to bring my life and what I do on Instagram over here because we're going to make it a community. I do giveaways of my PR. I get a lot of PR. So in April and November, I do 30 days of giveaways where I give away stuff every single day. But throughout the year, every month, like I got 3 boxes over there that are going out to people. I will do that on here during my lives and do like sometimes I do like we'll play a word game or you know, I'll do like Real Housewives trivia. We were going to start talking about the oh girl. Yeah, I got the dating one. Oh. Okay, I'm excited. I do have topics. So yeah, I've just been afraid and I didn't know people really enjoyed it because in Facebook, people, I mean, not Facebook, on Instagram, the shorter the better to get someone to watch to the end. So if you do a video for a minute and a half, you can see people when people dropped off and it'd be like they watched 17 seconds of this. So knowing that people on YouTube are expecting that, my followers might have been right telling me, yeah, go on over there to Instagram. I mean, where are we talking about? YouTube. Well, ladies, I've been on here for an hour and it went by so fast. I was like, I'm gonna be on here for 30 minutes. Nobody's gonna have me on here talking. They're all gonna be like popping in, popping out, popping in, popping out. Like, girl, what is she talking about? We ain't trying to hear all this. Child Red, you came on. I was still putting my makeup on. I'm excited. You've already started. Keep going. I'm gonna do it. I'm definitely going to do it. This was encouraging. And I don't think people realize that even if you're a successful content creator, even if you're making, you know, like I said, six figures, that there are still moments of insecurity. And I think YouTube has been a huge insecurity for me. But I've noticed how other content creators follow the different engagement rules for yes. Yeah. And I think my fear on YouTube and TikTok has been I don't know what they are. So I know them on Instagram because that's been my safe space for the last 2 years. TikTok is like the wild, wild west. I'm like, do they even have like engagement requirements? It's all to me, it seems like it's all about likes and views. YouTube is different because you can go on someone's video and they can have a whole, you know, like tons and tons and tons and tons of comments. So I used to, and I was a big YouTube watcher when I first transitioned from straight hair to curly. I lived on YouTube trying to figure out how to do that. So about not liking her skin. Really? Ooh, I got some shit to talk about then. I can tell I would really enjoy long form. That makes me so happy. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, even just you telling me that about her talking about things like that. Like I did a video. I think I got to post some YouTube shorts about my bunions. Talk about the cosmetic surgery that I've gotten that I have not talked about on Instagram, even though I keep saying I'm going to. Maybe I don't. Maybe that's YouTube exclusive content. Okay. Okay, you ladies did it for me. I'm very excited. I got all of these people. Yeah. She's open and she's relatable. Yeah. I mean, you have to be, you know, because there's not going to be anything about my life that's going to look like perfect, 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 perfect. It's going to be like, girl, I'm about to make this bed. Girl, I had these pajamas on the last time you saw me. So what? So yeah, so I'm going to watch Everyday Life and Style, Leisha Gilchrist, and Aaliyah's Face. I'm excited. So I'm going to get off of here because I'm going to watch some of these now. Don't watch for perfect. Yeah. I mean, sometimes I do because it's impressive. Like if I look at someone's content, and again, I haven't really gotten into that part of YouTube. I've gotten into it for Instagram. Sometimes I'll watch people and it's like, oh, they have such a nice kitchen, or oh, they have a beautiful closet and everything is, but at the end of the day, it's like I love my house. My house is my house, and it's not perfect, but it makes me happy. So yeah, it's about being me and not trying to be that other person, being my eclectic, goofy goofy, serious, sarcastic self. So, all right, ladies. Well, I'm going to be back here next same time, same place next Wednesday. And I'm working on my first reel tomorrow. But now you all have given me a lot of really good ideas. I think that you're going to make this much easier for me to actually do a couple videos, whereas I've really been stressing about it. Like, I've been making excuses. But hearing that, I think I needed that. So I really, really appreciate that. So we'll be back next Wednesday, and I'll tell you how my dating life has been. Or should I put that in a video? We'll see. We'll see. But I don't know how to hang up. Do I just say, all right, guys, bye. Follow, save, subscribe. That's the part that really, let me just say that. That also stresses me out. How do you tell people that whole subscribe thing? I got to get that down. I am Chanel Janae. Oh. Okay, bye for now. That's a good one. But I do got to learn and if you're interested in this, subscribe. So hit the button right there and subscribe. I'll work on that. All right, guys. Happy Juneteenth. I'm so excited that I did this.